Hey, what's up guys, Mudar True Good Development. In this video, I'm installing these roof panels right here under this deck. The idea is to have a fully dry area right here under the deck that we can use for some outdoor space. Something like this. This is a past project that I've done. I've also added the gutter and a downspout to direct the water away, and it worked out brilliantly. This is where I store a lot of my stuff. However, we're gonna beef it up in here to make this the ultimate outdoor living space. I'm going to add a sub-ceiling using soffit panels, the white stuff. This is that soffit ceiling that I'm talking about right here. I'm gonna add a ceiling fan, a couple of hi-hats. This wall I've done in the past, and I've added the do-rock, and the idea is to finish it with some stone and add a TV in here. Now that is the wish list. Let's see how it's gonna go. This is a multi-phased project, as you can imagine, so this video is gonna focus on just installing these panels. Let's get to it. All right guys, first step is you want to measure the panel to make sure that you account for the gutter if you're going to add a gutter here. What do I mean by this is the gutter is 6 inches wide from the post or this band board, right? So you want your panel to end somewhere in the middle of that gutter so the water can go into it. You don't want to come in short, you don't want to be too long to come all the way here. Obviously that won't make sense. So these panels are 10 foot wide, 10 foot long. So I wanted to make sure that I come in a bit short of that, and I measured that to be 115 inches for me. So then when I went, the next step would be obviously to cut those. I'm using an angle grinder. I measured my 115 to here. I scored a line across here, or I marked a line across here, and I'm gonna cut all my panels to that length. Panels are cut to length. Next, you gotta plan this out. If you're installing a gutter and a downspout, which I do recommend, then you want to measure where you're gonna put your downspout. Are you gonna make a full gutter run all the way across and then throw the downspout there? If you do, you're gonna have more of a pitch, which means you're gonna have less room up top if you're doing a sub-ceiling system. Listen, if this is a personal preference, if you're content with just putting these panels up and calling it a day, then you can just do one straight run. In my case, since I'm doing that sub-ceiling with the soffits and the lights and the fan and everything else, I'm going to throw my downspout somewhere here, actually on this post there. So that's gonna give me 15 feet pitch this way and about 9 or 8 feet pitch this way. So my pitch here is going to be 1/2 inches, right? So that gutter is going to pitch down 1/2 inches there, and from here to there it's going to be about 7/8 inch that's going to pitch down. Now guys, these measurements are approximate. Remember, you have decking up here. This is not like you're having gushes of water coming in. All you're getting is drops in between the decking that's gonna go on to your panel and then onto your gutter. So don't lose sleep over this. If you're off by a 1/4 inch here and there, it's fine. The next step I'm doing here is I've measured my pitch side to side. I have roughly a little less than 10 feet here. So I figured I need about 1 inch or so drop. So I'm adding this piece of decking right here, and I'm gonna do another piece there, and that's gonna be my pitch. I'm only going to then screw the panel to that ledger board there, and then I'm gonna screw it to the decking piece that I have here. You can add a middle piece here, do it at 1/2 inch. For me, I'm leaving it as is. Again, it's not going to be pouring water down on these panels to create a lot of weight. You have your decking up here, so the water is just going to be coming in through the decking openings here, which are roughly about 1/8 or 1/4 inch, if that. And then so that's going to take away a lot of the weight, and everything is going to be pitching into that gutter that's going to go there. Real quick, I'm working by myself, so just a couple of or just a tip really. I looked out here, I have some sort of an opening to shove that decking there, but then I used this 2x piece up here to create a support. So if you have 2 of these pieces, you can put them up just to help you get the piece up before you go ahead and screw it. Once I'm done with the decking here, we're gonna go ahead and put our first panel up. My decking piece is all screwed in. Added this 2x piece so I can match the existing joist, because then that's where the gutter is going to be attached to. So I want to make sure I have an even line across. Just want to point out a rookie mistake here. Of course, I didn't measure where to cut my decking. I should have been center to that joist, but then I came off a little bit off of that, so I just added a piece here. Just point that out in case you have the same issue. Made a quick change to the original plan. Originally, I had the decking up here. Rookie mistake, I realized I needed some room for the water to come down into the gutter, so I moved my decking back here. I'm gonna screw right up to this guy. Guys, these are the screws that I'm gonna be using. They're metal to wood self-tapping screws. We just wrapped up the last piece here. As you saw, I recruited the help of my neighbor. It does come in very handy if you have somebody to help you. You can do it yourself, especially if you only have a small section, say that big of section to do. You could set up cleats and then bring your panel up to that cleat and then lift up here, screw in this way first, and then go in and do it up here. But obviously, if you do get the help, it makes the job go much easier and faster. I did my water test. You can see there's still water coming down here. I don't know if you can see it from the camera. There you go. Right here, you can see it's all wet. I have nothing going on in here. Everything is dry. Okay guys, so this is phase 1. I still have a few more things to do here. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hey, sub the channel if you haven't. I know a lot of you guys that look at these videos don't necessarily subscribe, but it is the only way to support the channel, so I'd really appreciate it if you do. And also, that way when I do the second phase, which is going to be the gutter that's gonna go down here and there, like I explained earlier, that way you get a notification that that video is out. Anyways, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one.